she'll lay between 40 and 60 eggs. If the temperature inside the deep nest is high, most of the young crocs will be male. She'll cover the eggs and watch over the nest until they hatch. In Africa, crocodiles build a very different type of nest. This female crocodile has laid her eggs in sand, less than 60 yards from the river. The sand she's covering them with will keep the eggs at a modest temperature, hidden from the glaring sun, which could dry them out. She's compacting the sand firmly, and apart from a few cooling visits to the river, she'll be on guard at the nest for 90 days without eating. Her eggs are always at risk from egg thieves, such as a monitor lizard or a mongoose.
Same resource. They're in full competition.
In Australia, residents relax around crocodile-infested waters. There are plenty of signs, warnings, and instructions, but where people relax, common sense often forsakes them entirely. Forget for one moment that a crocodile is the boss, that you are on his turf, and that you look like food to him, and you'll make the evening news.
Trying to drag Mrs. Pankhurst to the river, the croc lacerated her chest and liver. She's now in intensive care in Darwin.
Meadows is the second person to die a gruesome death following crocodile attacks in the past 2 weeks.
Conservation Commission rangers then began their hunt for the suspected killer croc in earnest, and in the small hours of Thursday morning they caught and killed a 4.5-metre monster. A quick examination of its stomach contents revealed more decaying human remains. The severed head of the slaughtered reptile, along with the human remains, had been flown to Darwin.
What makes crocodiles so dangerous is they can hide in almost nothing, they can hold their breath for hours, and lay motionless for hours. They're what I call the ultimate waiter. Now here, the water isn't very deep, you'll notice. That's how deep it is. About there. Yet there's a big fellow just laying there, nearly 4 metres long and 400 kilos. If I splash something in the water, watch. Whop, he's gotcha.
It could have been the reptile's primeval ferocity that led the first settlers of crocodile country to hunt them so mercilessly. Hundreds of thousands were slaughtered. In Australia, the saltwater crocodile was almost extinct by the 1970s. But today, that's all changing. Crocodile farming is becoming big business. A growing number of crocodiles are raised on farms like this one from eggs collected in the wild. The farmers profit from sales of meat and skin and from tourism, all of which is licensed and controlled by the government. Ironically, it's in everyone's best interest to protect wild crocodiles and their nesting sites as an ongoing resource. Everyone wins: conservationists, ecologists, and the farmers.
What we've learned over the last 30 years is that you can't isolate crocodiles and look after them in a national park. The answer to crocodile survival is for people to depend on crocodiles and for crocodiles to depend on people. Once the crocodile's life and the people's life are dependent on each other, then they both tend to look after each other.
You can't help but be impressed by a crocodile. I mean, some people might call them the ultimate killing machines, but that's just part of it. They're also the ultimate submarines. And They're just so impressive. A kind of reptilian intelligence which is a bit scary. They're able to think and work things out. Speed, curiosity, and a survivorship like no other animal in the world.
The future of crocodiles? I think it's pretty good. My aim is to show people that crocodiles are totally instinctive and that we can live with them side by side. We just have to understand him. He's been around for over 240